So anyway, I was looking over my videos for going back about a year or so when I really started making videos, and it's just dawning on me, hitting upon me that most of my videos are weird. And hey guys, I really apologize for this, but you know, I don't mean for my videos to be weird. It's just I live in a pretty weird place. So that's one day.
Go back to Kingman.
You've been qualified.
Arizona.
You ever gone up the backside?
Go back to Kingman, Arizona.
Is that east?
Yeah.
You go east, DW Ranch Road, and
It's the
then
next off, and then
go right.
Papa looking for mama. Mama drinking oaky. Papa get mad at mama. Give mama black eye. Yeah, I used to do the hula too. Then I came to Arizona. I went to North High School in Arizona, and never met such a bunch of snobs in my life. They had fraternities and sororities right in high school. Okay, one of my teachers said, well, if you can do the hula, you should do the hula for an assembly. The teacher said that. Oh. So I wore a holoku, which is a long gown, and I had Hawaiian records. I played one. I had the nerve to do it because I'd been working for television in Hawaii and stuff. And young and dumb, I did that hula, and it was a very beautiful hula, and it wasn't what I would consider sexy. But the high school kids thought it was. They tore the auditorium to pieces. And within a week, I'd slept with every boy in the school, so they said. And it was so traumatic for me, and the teacher backed out, and I went to the principal's office, and I was read the riot act for putting on practically a strip show, and blaming me for all of that. And a holoku even has a high neckline.
You saying the police came out and arrested you?
No,
oh,
but the high school was, and welcome to Phoenix, which has not changed either. It's still the same. And if you live in Kingman, you don't exist. The only place in Arizona that exists, if you live in Yuma, you don't exist. The only place in Arizona that exists is Phoenix, and they rob everybody else. Well, of their water and everything else, and electricity too. So I'm mad at Phoenix, you know, but anyway, so the result of that incident was so traumatic for me, having come from Hawaii, where everybody was the same, and just a melting pot, and you had the Army and Navy brats, and everybody was, you know, friendly and nice.
Yeah.
I cut all my hair off, wouldn't wear makeup, went to that school until I ran away from home. Tried to run away from home.
And what age were you then when you ran away?
16.
Just 16 years age.
But it was, you know, it was so unfair and so backbiting, because they had asked me to these sorority teas. They all send out these invitations, and you go to these teas. This is in high school. I refused to go, but I was nice about it. I just said that I didn't believe in sororities in high school.
Yeah.
And so all of them were out to get me.
Sorority, you basically think sorority is associated with a college,
yes.
A university. But
yeah, but they existed right there in North Phoenix High, and they and even the teachers knew about it and did nothing about it, because these were the upper crust, and it was, you know, just something I couldn't digest.
So you created such an uproar, like a riotous situation, but obviously you didn't create that whole. That must have been a lot of tension that had built up among the kids for quite some time.
Well, when they first got a student from Hawaii in the first place, and I was young and good looking, you know, there was a lot of attention on me, and everybody's grabbing, you know. And I guess because I wouldn't go along with their philosophy of life and everything, they were really very nasty. And the girls were nasty, you know. And here's the boys saying that they had gone out with me, and I hadn't gone out with one of them. You know, and yet I had this reputation all of a sudden, and it was just staggering to me. It just broke my heart that I remember that so vividly. How cruel people can be when they're in their own neighborhood. You know, you become an outsider that's often told, well, you're not one of us.
If they're within one of the two extremes, as I say, either among a lot of other people that will go along with them, or anonymously, you know, like we do on the internet. You know, you can say whatever you want.
Well, look what they do to kids on the internet. They may not even know they're enemies, but somebody's texting that they're stupid and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And young people are so affected by that. It doesn't affect you when you're older. Who could care what somebody thinks
you
of
don't.
you?
I mean, people can say all kinds of bad things about you if you're older, and you don't feel bad enough to commit suicide.
But a
these
kid might.
Teenagers today are killing themselves.
Yes, they are.
Over stuff that they hear
Absolutely.
online. Yes.
And you know, an adult will say, well, honey, you know, it doesn't mean anything, and what does it matter? It does, because they're still trying to find their identity, and they don't know.